Hi, it's Joanne. I'm here with my January update. So I'm going to go through my whips, a tiny weeny haul, so it's not really a haul, things I bought, my 2016 plans, and something else. So on the 1st of January, I started a stitch along with Bonnie, whose channel I'll link below. We did the tree of stitch. Well, we're doing the tree of stitches by Bees Needleworks. I think her name is Abby Gurdon or something like that. It's just the chart. So this is kind of what it looks like. These highlighted bits, the bits I've done. So I initially showed you that I was going to do it on green fabric, but I decided I didn't like it. So I'm doing it on the pink and blue clouds fabric by Fabric Flare, I think it is, which you can get on the Sew It All website. It's opalescent, and this is what I've done so far. So I'm stitching it in a silk, which is my first time using silk, by Steph Francis. Steph Francis 12 stranded silk, and it's in colour 47. I bought this a couple of years ago at the Knitting and Stitching show, and this is, well, it's in a bit of a mess, but this is what it looks like. So yeah, I did the trunk, that's just normal cross stitch, and I used just a brown anchor thread that I had, and then each part of the tree is a different stitch, so I'm probably going to mess this up. The first one I think is Smyrna stitches, this bit, and then second was French knots, third was eyelets, fourth was I think they might be rice stitches. What's those there? Then next was cushion stitch. One of them is Jerusalem stitch and one of them is rice stitch. So either this one or this one is Jerusalem stitch or rice stitch. It would make more sense if this one was rice stitch because it's smaller and rice is small. Then it's flower stitch, floral stitch, something like that. And I don't know what this is called. So yeah, it's all in different parts. I'm mostly using one strand. I think I've only used 2 strands on the Smyrna stitches and the French knots. That was a lot of French knots. So yeah, I've got obviously this bit to do, and there's an owl that goes on that branch there, and like a rabbit and a flower go down here. So that's that. Obviously you can't tell what the fabric is supposed to look like, but it's pink and blue sparkly. So that's that one. The second thing, I got a kit for Christmas from my sister. The colourful phoenix heart. I just made a little start on that. The colours are nice. Didn't take me very long to do that. So that's the second one. Then, so they were 2 new starts. Then the next thing I did was I worked on my Memorabilia red. Last time I showed you I'd just done most of the black, and this is what it looked like last time I showed you. And this is what it looks like now. Obviously my method is to do just like in one colour at a time, but I felt a bit like it wasn't really, because I've kind of gone off this project, I wanted to actually get something that looked completed, so I'm doing several colours at a time, working from the top down. So, and I started doing a skin over one, and it's an absolute nightmare. It just looks really, well, some of it, like the top here, looks dirty, and I don't know, it just looks messy. But there's about 4 hours of work there, and it's so difficult to unpick if you do it wrong, because it's just so tight around the threads of the linen in the fabric that I can't really go back and unpick it. So yes, it made my eyes hurt, even though I have a magnifier. So when I would do a bit of skin and get sick of it, then I sort of was working on the capey shoulder area. So that's that. This is done on the recommended fabric, 32 count linen in the colour French lace. The next thing I did was a present for my sister, my other sister. So I've given that to her now, so I'm going to insert a little video here. Hey guys, I just quickly wanted to film a finish before I give it away as a gift. So this is from the free kit that came with the World of Cross Stitching magazine, issue 230. It came with this like little hanger. So it took me maybe 2 days to stitch this. Do a close up. It's supposed to say treat yourself, but I left that off. What I did to finish it was just I folded the fabric along sort of where the holes were, where I thought looked right, and then just used some glue to stick it at the back. So that was quite quick to finish, and then I put it under some books till it dried. So I'll be giving that to my sister today because the lucky devil has a walk-in wardrobe, so I thought that would go nicely in there. She liked her gift. I've not asked her yet if she's put it up anywhere, but anyway, so the next thing I did was I picked up my blackwork Hummingbird again, which we all know looks like this. So last time I showed you I'd done the Hummingbird and the outline of the flower and the leaves and the stem, so I hadn't done any of the blackwork on the background. I don't have a very good picture of that, but here's a picture of what it looked like before. And this is what it looks like now. So yeah, I've been working on the blackwork on this side. Once you get started, like I think I started down this bit, once you get started you don't really need to look at the chart anymore because the pattern is like very repetitive, so you can just, yeah, there's a bit missing here where the edge of my hoop was, so I need to just do that corner bit. Well, I need to remember to do that. I'm using 2 strands of the black DMC 310. I'm not massively keen on it because the strands split apart. There's probably not any very good examples, or so see, like there, split apart. I know other people are using pearl cotton, so they'll have a better job, they'll have a better time doing this. The method I've used to follow this pattern is, like I say, as I kind of went down one side of the diamond thingies and then went up the other side to complete them, and then where the circles have the pattern in as well, I go down this side, say, and when I get to there I go in and fill it in, and then go back, carry on down there, fill that in, so I'm going up and down. I'm quite tempted to there's like extra lines that need to go in here, but they look a bit weird to me, and there's also filling in stitches to do in there, and also filling in the flower, but I'm tempted to just leave those bits because I think it's going to look better without them, because if you see on here it makes this area quite dark and it looks like there's like things hanging off its tail, feathers, which look a bit, why they're there sort of thing. We'll see. I don't know, maybe I'm just being impatient and want it finished, but I like it. That's the most important thing. So that's all my whips. I bought some, just two things. I've showed you before that I finished my Hummingbird Duo by Dimensions, and this is the fabric I bought to make it into a pillow, and it pretty much has, well, it has the exact same colours in it. So you've got like the purple, and because there's some purple in the wings, pink, 2 shades of green and lighter yellow. So I'm gonna make it into like a circle pillow eventually. And also, whilst I was out that day, I had to buy more 310 for the Hummingbird because the pattern only says you need 1 skein, but like I'm already on the 2nd skein and there's loads left to do, so I would say they should have looked at that. Yeah, so whilst I was out, I also bought I'd had a busy week at work, so I treated myself to a DMC metallic E130. It's like rainbow coloured. I didn't know actually whether I could incorporate it into my tree of stitches because that's rainbow coloured as well. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. The other thing is I won a giveaway by Gothy, who I'll link below as well. So it was all of these charts from magazines. I'll just try and show you some. These are like little clothesline ones. And Clark. And some beach huts. And I like this one. The bike with flowers in the basket. Like that. Or like a little sewing room. I like this. Some little like baby teddy type things. Love this. Look at this little rabbit. That is the most cute thing ever. Actually, there's a better picture of it here. No. And like the rabbit with another rabbit in cups. Then we got a little barn owl cushion, that's just like surface embroidery. And some little like owly things. Oh, I like these little mice, like purple and green and yeah. Like an All Our Yesterdays on a swing, or the swing thingies. That's like all French knots. Cottage. Some like little sachet decorating thingies. think this one's my favourite. Or this one. Love this. It's like a flowery, circly thing. And water babies. And like the top half of this fairy wishes, so it sort of cuts across the middle there. And an alphabet of sweeties. Or as I call them now, dudus, or as my dad called them, touffies. What do you call sweets where you live? It's probably like a regional thing. And pirate alphabet. I think that's it. No, it's not. Like a seaside alphabet. It'd be cool to write seaside in that. That's that. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, my 2016 plans is very similar to everybody else's. I want to work on my whips and get some of those finished, starting with my oldest whip, which is the Twilight Silhouette Fairies. Yes, I'm not gonna say no new starts or don't buy anything or anything like that, but I think last year FlossTube exploded and we all just got swept into this buying everything, learning of new designers, or like Chatelaine or the Frosted Pumpkin stitch-alongs and Cloud Factory film characters and all that we've just overdid it. And this year we've realised we need to calm down and actually remember that we're stitching these things for the finished product, and we're probably filling our houses with all this stuff, and we know we need to calm down. So yeah, working on whips. Apart from those crazy people that are doing a new start for every single day of this year, I think I would literally be sick with stress at having so many things to do, and like, where do you put them, and how do you organise them all separately, and what if they've got a thread in them that you need for something else, and just I'd feel really ill like knowing I had that much to do. I think I've got about 7 whips at the minute, and that to me, that's still too many. Yeah. And the other thing, the final thing, oh well, just say I haven't done any knitting, any crochet, any quilting, so that's why they're not here, but I have been doing puzzles, so that's another new hobby. I'm going 6 days until the Heaven and Earth Designs Retreat here in the UK. There are 50 of us going, as far as I'm aware. We will descend on a hotel in the north. Yes. There's quite a few FlossTubers going. There's Lucy Slater, Kerry Sayers, whose channel is Kitty Crew, Emily Chadwick and her wife, Rachel X Stitch, Bonnie, Wishing Well Stitchers, Little Annie 121, Teresa Little Stitcher, Marika from the Real Life of Me, Arietta Stitch, and D Stitcher. So that's at least 3 of us who have to fly to come to this retreat, which is just insane. Like, I'm an hour and a half drive away from where it is, so that's only just about acceptable for me, never mind like a 10-hour flight or something. Yeah, because obviously Dee's in Canada or America, I forgot. Arietta's coming from Italy and Marika's coming from Sweden, and then there might be some other people going that aren't floss tubers that I don't know. Well, obviously there's people going that aren't floss tubers. There might be some other, I don't know who else is coming from abroad, basically. So yeah, and with 50 stitches, that means there's going to be 50 Heaven and Earth designs to feast our eyes on, and more, because I know some people are bringing a different one for each day, where we're going to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. OMG. So yeah, I've had to book the day off work. So I totally imagine you'll be seeing loads of videos from the retreat, definitely from Kerry, because she like vlogs every day, and we're hoping to have a group photo so we can show you that. And I'm sure someone will walk around with the camera like, show everybody what you're doing. So I can't believe I'm going to meet all these floss tubers, because it's just me. We all just sit at home alone filming our videos. And we'll meet them for real, and I bet we're going to be dead shy. I'm like, I think I know you, but I don't know, I'm not sure. When it's blatantly like Teresa Little Stitcher or whatever. And I'll finally get to meet Bonnie, who I've been doing stitch alongs, crochet alongs, read alongs with. Yeah. Oh, I'm so shy. I'm having a pyjama day. Well, I'm not, because I wear nighties, and like, I ain't walking around with my butt hanging out. I think we're dressing up for dinner on Saturday. I'm going to take a dress. Yeah. I think I forgot to say last time that I was reading The Killing Jar, which was like a gritty, druggy based thing, based on a council estate in the town where I live, Nottingham. It was based on the Broxtowe estate. Well, Broxtowe / Aspley / Strelly. Yeah, but this month they're reading Moby Dick, and that's too brainy for me. So I'm catching up with the 1,000,001 World of Cross Stitching magazines I haven't actually read. I've just obviously been showing them to you, but I've not read them. So I think I've got through about 6 in the past week or so. I still have 3 left, and then I have 2 or 3 sew magazines. Yes, I might be getting some extra hours at work, so my hours are going to double, which means I'm going to have half the amount of time to stitch. So I'm not sure that there'll be much progress for February, but obviously I will be working on my Heaven and Earth designs. I'll be working on that at the retreat for 48 hours. I will sleep, I'm sure some of us won't sleep actually. My boyfriend's coming with me, but it was like you pay people that aren't going to be in the stitching room, because we've got like a big conference room to do the stitching. They pay less and they just like go off and do whatever in the day. So he likes to explore places and like new towns and catch trains to random places. So he'll be doing that, and he couldn't believe, he was like, well, I'll be having like a social in the evening or anything. I'm like, we're gonna be stitching. He was like, what? Like all day? Yeah. Oh. People are gonna be up till the early hours of the morning stitching. Oh, to the early hours? People, you lot are mad. That's what he said. He's got no idea. I like sitting here just chatting to myself. It's quite good. Oh, I've listed 20 cross stitch items on eBay, so I'll link that below as well in case you want to buy something. It's going quite well. I've got 2 Memorabilias on there. The out of print Garden Verses, which has already got a bid on, and like my Country Companions, like all my old, well, not all of them, loads of the things that I've already stitched, I've got the patterns on eBay. And I'm not like charging stupid postage. Like people charge like, was it £1.30 or something to post something, when it only costs like 63p. So what are you doing? Right. So I'm playing it safe and adding 10p on. So you know, yeah, I'm adding like 11p, 10p on, just in case I need to buy an envelope. My floss tube viewing, I've got past Christmas Day now. That's good, isn't it? I'm only a month behind, but I've still got almost 200 videos. So yeah, I might be starting like a new additional job. It's like in the office next door to me. So it's like in the same building, but it's like a different department. So I don't know really what they do, but I've heard they just need someone for 2 months to make spreadsheets. Yay. Next, spend on cross stitch. Actually, the things I'm selling on eBay, I'm hoping to maybe buy the Paco thread organizer with the money that I make from it. Although you don't really make money, do you? Because you paid for it in the first place. My boyfriend's gone to the charity shops. I've told him to ring me if he sees any cross stitch, but he hasn't rung me yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see some of you on the retreat next weekend, and I'll see the rest of you at the end of February. See you, bye. So the first thing, yeah. Oh, so yeah. Oh, I got a text. Ah, my mum's coming for dinner tomorrow. She's just texting me. Whoops. Oh, I'm getting itchy. Oh, I did an inventory. Bonnie sent me an inventory to fill in. Right. I'll show up now. So let's go. So, oh, flipping hell.